No way. Prof, over to you, please.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Madhu ABBC Ofo Iwe, the Deputy Vice Chancellors, Academic and Administration, the University Registrar, the University Bursar, the University Librarian, Professors of MUA, and other universities here present, deans and directors, heads of department and units, members of Senate and congregation, members of the university community, great Michael Okpara University of Agriculture students, invited guests, friends and relatives, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. The Vice Chancellor, sir, I am standing here today by the grace of God Almighty to present this 54th inaugural lecture of the Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike, Nigeria, in the College of Natural Resources and Environmental Management, titled Forests, Their Occurrence, Wealth, Stocking Regeneration, Recruitment, and Misuse, a cry for help towards their management. I thank the Vice Chancellor and his management team for the approval and the provision of the structure and needed materials for the success of this lecture. An inaugural lecture provides a professor an opportunity to showcase his or her research output to academic and non-academic audience. It is therefore an opportunity for me to share my experience and the results of my research with a community in which I have spent over 23 years. I'm delighted to give an inaugural lecture in forest management and ecology. The course I studied one morning and said that his friend who worked in the Department of Forestry had registered his son and myself for JAMB examination. The examination was scheduled for the next day, and we were to go to his house at Enugu. After the examination, I was offered admission up to the PhD level. One of my lecturers, Professor Akachukwu A.E. of blessed memory, traveled to Enugu and was offered employment as lecturer. Since I became in the Department of Forestry and Environmental Management, I have supervised over 15 PhDs, 34 MSc, and 80 BSc students. I am very happy and thank God Almighty because some of them are permanent secretaries, deans of various colleges, lecturers, council members, politicians, and civil servants. All of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 11 to 13. God Almighty said, let the earth produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants, and fruit trees on earth, bearing fruits with their seeds inside, each corresponding to its own species. And so it was. The earth produced vegetation, the various kinds of seed-bearing plants, and the fruit trees. Panjel,